it's supposed to feel.
What's up everyone, it's me again, and yes, I have another test for you today. We are going to test Norton and Bitdefender, and I think this test for these two is long overdue. I'm not sure what you guys think. Then we obviously have our third mystery guest. On the left hand side, you guys can see we have Norton. Let's quickly hop over to the settings for Norton. It's under advanced. All the main modules here, as you guys can see, are enabled. And if we hop over to the settings, under AV, we have auto protect. Behavior protection mode is automatic. I'm going to change it to aggressive. That will increase more false positives, but rather false positives than false negatives. High certainty. Okay, scans and risks. Scan compressed files. Let's say heuristics. Let's make that aggressive as well. And as you guys can see, this provides ultra-sensitive detection, which can increase the risk of a good file being mistakenly identified as infected. Okay, that's fine. We want to test it on max settings. And that's that. Okay, data protector is enabled. Script control, blocked. Updates. So these are the Office documents that needs to be blocked. Okay, we even apply. We're going to go back. Then under firewall, pretty much left everything here on default, so no changes, no fiddling. Intrusion prevention, it's the same. Advanced program. Okay, we're going to hop back to exploit prevention, pretty much enabled. And that's about that. So Norton tamper protection is also enabled. Now we're going to hop over to Bitdefender. Going to look at the AV side. Okay, so on the AV side, exceptions is for the Komodo and for the script. Komodo also seems to be flagged by Bitdefender. Under advanced, all the settings are enabled except for scan only applications. Okay. Threat action, take proper action, so it will decide what it needs to do. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Advanced threat defense, it's either on or it's off, and you guys can see it's on. I think while I'm here, let's maybe switch it off. That's one thing with Bitdefender. I really wish that they have, like most of the AVs have, like a quick way to disable the protection, that you don't have to go into the app, into the settings to actually disable that. That would actually be nice, like a right click on the little taskbar icon and disable, kind of what we're going to do with Norton and the other AV. Online prevention, okay, so web attacks, search advisor, etc., blah blah blah, fraud, phishing, we're going to test all of that. Vulnerability we're not going to check. Firewall is there, and still left on default settings as well. Ransomware is enabled, and to auto restore. And that's that. Okay, so for our mystery guest, it's been a while since I've tested this AV, and it is, drumroll, Panda. Okay, so we've got Panda here. We're going to have a look. Okay, so hopefully Panda has improved since the last, I think it's about 8 or 9 months ago since I've tested it. So hopefully it has improved until then. Okay, so we'll update it here. Then the AV, also pretty much everything's enabled except to ask to neutralize the virus. It needs to neutralize it automatically. Block files running until the result is obtained from the cloud, 30 seconds. Maybe let's make that 45 seconds, give Panda 15 seconds more in case the internet's a bit slow. On-demand scans, there's no exclusion for our script. I don't think Panda is going to interfere. If it does, then I'll exclude it during the test, because the AVs that I do know that interfere, I already exclude them before. Firewall is enabled. It's just loading the program rules. Pretty much everything here is enabled except for ICMP echo request. Process monitor is enabled. Wi-Fi protection, not really testing. Data shield, I added the pictures as well. These are the file extensions. When a program tries to access protected data, I'll say ask me. That I'll do during the test. Decoy files, I've enabled decoy files for like a ransomware honeypot. PC cleanup, safe browsing, so that's what we're going to test. Application control, VPN, not going to test the Panda VPN because I already have my VPN running on here. And that's that. Okay, cool. So we went through all three AVs. Let's just get the protection disabled and let's start this test. Okay guys, so we've got all the nasties extracted, so quite a high sample count. I think my hand slipped a bit when I copied over the malware. 4,731 for all three, so we'll look at the other one now. Why is Defender enabled again? Okay, so while we're here with Panda, we're going to update. We're gonna run for updates. Okay. So it's already updated. We're going to jump over to Bitdefender quickly. Okay, so Norton seems to be updated. Panda is updated. Let's quickly check Bitdefender. Okay, so Norton. And then sample count for Bitdefender. As you guys can see, 4,731. Okay, so Norton seems good. Let's just check it again. Okay. 2131, 2131, so you guys can see that check for updates. Okay, so Norton is ready to rock and roll. Panda's ready to go. Now let's quickly give Bitdefender some chance to update and then we'll start the test. Okay, so that only took a couple of seconds. So Bitdefender is good to go. Now with Norton, I'm going to turn on protection. We're going to hop over to advanced. Enable that bad boy. Okay, advanced threat defense is enabled, so you guys can see. Antivirus. Okay, antivirus is ready. Advanced threat defense is still enabled, and we are good. Okay, so Bitdefender is ready. Norton is ready. We are protected. Let's jump back over to Panda. Start antivirus. Okay, so there we go. Panda's ready to rock and roll. Okay, so Panda is now registered in the security center. Okay, so obviously the first test now is going to be the website test. While I'm here at these two, I'm going to open them up. So these are the latest links that I was able to find. Nope, I don't want to run NPE. Okay, let's quickly, nope, don't want to run NPE. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, what is Panda doing? If I was blocked, say keep anyway. Okay, so I think that's that. Okay, cool. I think they're done. Okay. Now, while we're at Norton, let's quickly check what's happening. Okay. Okay. Now the page is blocked. You guys saw with the previous test that ESET and the other vendors, they didn't block these pages. So that's a good start for Norton. Seems like that might be a legitimate site. This one I knew, or I think is spam. Let's download the file. Okay, not blocked by Norton. Okay, so this one is cautious. Okay, let's look at Panda. Okay, so Panda didn't stop that one. Panda didn't stop this side either. Okay, Panda didn't block that file. Why is Smart Screen enabled again? Good grief. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any block pages from Panda. Okay, so yeah, so it seems like Panda, Crypto Crabside bot, let's see. Let's download it. Okay, now it seems like we need Telegram for that. Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't look like Panda did too great. Norton did well. Let's see what Bitdefender did. Okay, Bitdefender, what did you do? What did you do? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we can nice and clearly see that pages were blocked, just like Norton. Let's see what trackers we had. Okay, so just third-party cookies. Okay, so I don't see any open pages on Bitdefender. There was an open page for Norton, so I would say that one goes to Bitdefender, then super closely on its heels was Norton, and then Panda was playing there in the corner with his little bamboo. Okay, so yeah. Now for the main cuisine, let's just check the details. Let's see what Norton is going to show. Okay, backdoor activity. Intrusion attempt from that IP, blah blah blah, those are the ports. Okay. Good job, Norton, good job. Okay, so these are all the block pages from the website test. Okay, I'm just going to start the malware test. Okay, so these are the latest nasties. You'll see that Norton is clean on the left. Bitdefender is clean on the right. Threat resolved, that's good, good job. And Panda, before we start, you guys can see Panda is clean. No weirdness, no. Okay, yeah, so what I wanted to say was, so this is the latest nasty, so I think the oldest malware is maybe 2 weeks old, I think. So it's the anything from 2 weeks till now the last couple of hours. As you guys know, I always test with the latest samples. I don't like testing with old samples. Because vendors, they do rate malware fairly quickly. So the newer the better, that's more close to 0 day to 0 hour, the better. No point in testing malware that's been in the wild for a month. Look at Bitdefender. What you doing, son? Okay, let's move Norton down a bit. Okay, doesn't look like there's any nasties running in Norton's memory. None for Bitdefender. Let's look at our Panda. Okay, yeah. So you guys also saw what happened to our previous vendors, ESET and Heimdall. So these are the exact same malware that I also used with them. Obviously, newer samples are included, but they also had the same samples. So that will give us a good indication if we can have any machines that are going to be broken. Check for updates. Yes. Why not? I'll play along. Okay, so Panda doesn't seem like anything is. Oh, I think Panda killed my script. Naughty, naughty, naughty Panda. Naughty. So it seems like I have to exclude it. Yeah. I have to go all the way down to the bottom. So as you guys can see, the amount of malware, how much it is. Okay, so now it is excluded. Let's go back, let's run it again. Okay, so let's hope Panda doesn't kill it, which is a good thing, because it does obviously pick up from this process. There's a lot of malware spawning or some suspicious activity, so it will then kill the process, which is a good thing. Can't blame Panda for killing my script. Yeah, there she goes. Were the versions different? Let's say yes. Yep, not the correct one. Okay, as you guys can see, I definitely have my hands full. And it does take time to test these AVs, especially 3 of them. And the way that I test them with all the samples, if I just do like 10 or 100 samples, I'm done in a mere couple of minutes. But executing over 4,000, yeah, that's different. Okay, close Panda. Okay, it doesn't seem like we have anything running in memory for Panda as of yet. Let's check for Norton. Nothing for Norton as of yet. Let's hop over to Bitdefender. Nothing for Bitdefender. That's good. And all 3 VMs are running over Proton VPN. As you guys know, I'm still sorting out my router-based VPN. But I think this is also fine even if it goes through my router or if it's a client on the VM itself. Shouldn't make much of a difference. And Proton VPN is pretty cool, so it doesn't really slow down your traffic. You've got unlimited data, etc. And I've tested it, the speeds are pretty good on the free version, so there shouldn't be any issues with the cloud lookup. And all of them come with VPNs in any case, so status update. Okay, so it seems like Norton is ahead of Bitdefender. Up over to Panda. Okay guys, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible, so I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Executing malware, dealing with all the nasties. I'm sitting here, so if there's anything weird or interesting, I'll point it out. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll show you guys the results once the test is done. Okay guys, I'm just reporting that Panda did restart on its own. And yeah, there goes Panda again. So Panda almost made it to the end. It's a little bit behind Norton, but it's definitely ahead of Bitdefender. But yeah, as you guys can see now, Panda is completely utterly destroyed. So I'm just now going to focus on Bitdefender and Norton. So while I've got you guys here, let me just give you guys a quick recap. So as you guys can see, Bitdefender is not doing bad at all. We only have 2 threads currently running on the machine. Very little things opened up on the Bitdefender machine. On Norton and Panda, I had my hands quite full because I had to constantly attend to zip files and things like that. As you guys can see, constant things I need to execute. Bitdefender, very little things opened. Let's look at this one. Oops, and there goes Norton. Damn. Okay, so as you guys can see, there goes Norton. So I'm not sure if Norton is gonna be destroyed as well. Okay, but that seems like Bitdefender took care of that other malware. Okay guys, so there goes Norton. As you guys saw, it restarted on its own, gave all that, I think it said bowl, I'm not sure what, but it's had some couple of things there, and there goes Norton. So yeah, looks like it's down to Bitdefender, so hopefully Bitdefender can survive this test. So yeah, but it's still got a long way to go, and I'll keep you guys up. Okay everyone, so the test is finally done. So Bitdefender is still alive and running for now. Let's quickly have a look, see what is still running. So it seems like we've got this one issue on the bottom. Let's look at that one. Yeah, look at the last one. Okay, so it seems like it's only those 4, according to the virus total scores. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. But here it doesn't seem like we've got anything else. And I don't see any other suspicious processes. So I'm just going to close that. Okay, so if we look at the results. Okay, so this one is not classified yet, but it looks like it's just a normal malware dropper to drop other malware. This one seems to be a Trojan Fabuki. I'm not very familiar with that malware, but it seems like we do have a high count on this one. Avast, AVG, oddly enough, this Bitdefender. That's very odd. So I'm not sure why Bitdefender is allowing this one to run if there is a signature for it. Unless maybe it needs to be updated. New signature might clean it, I'm not sure. CrowdStrike, Cylance, Emsasoft, ESET's aware of it, Fortinet, GData, Google, Malwarebytes, Microsoft, McAfee, Norton, Viper, Exitium, Sophos. Okay. Let's look at this bad boy. I think it's the same one that I opened up twice. And then this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's the only malware that looks like it's serious. Let's look at our users. No other user account. Startup items. Oh, okay, cool. No startup items. That's good to see. But we do have high CPU usage because of Bitdefender, but it looks like it's doing an update now. Yeah, let's look at our program files. Okay, so we've got this speech sound converter from NCH software that installed, Toto uninstaller, and then a new beta version of WinRAR installed. And that's that. Let's look at our files. Downloads. This is the file I downloaded during the website test. Document seems good, no ransomware infection. And our picture seems good, and our Bitdefender picture seems good. Let's just see how far this update is. Okay, so the Bitdefender is still updating. The machine on the left, I'm just doing some other things there, so hence why it's grayed out. There's a couple other things I'm doing there privately. And then, yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to wait for Bitdefender to finish the update. I don't want to disrupt it. Once the update's finished, I'll restart it, update it again, and then start the full scan. Okay, the full scan is done, so only 2 issues were resolved. Let's have a look. Okay, so there was one under public data, this just build.exe, and then under app data roaming during the website test when we were using Edge. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to restart them again, or restart Bitdefender, and then start the third-party opinion scans. Okay, the results are in. So according to Hitman Pro, we've got no problems. According to NPE, we've got no problems. MSISoft only complaining about my Komodo kill switch on the desktop, so technically then no issues. Malwarebytes got no problem. ESET got 1 issue. New malware samples, so there's still a malware left in the folder, it seems. Yeah, so that's one of the malware that was on the desktop. Okay, so yeah, I think that's that. Let's just make sure that there's nothing running yet. Okay, startup items, no startup items or post startup items. Okay, still scanning the files. Okay, while we wait for that, let's quickly look at our physical files. Okay. And pictures are good, but the picture is good. Okay, still scanning the files. Just gonna look for weird processes. Okay, I would say that's that, guys. Okay, yeah, so excellent results from Bitdefender. I think this is one of the best that I've seen a Bitdefender do. Yeah, so disappointing results from Norton. I would have liked Norton to actually survive the test, but yeah, unfortunately, it did not survive the test. Panda kind of was expecting that. But it was so close to the end, and I was like, yay, Panda's gonna make it. Doesn't seem like there's any ransomware infection. This may be like the first time Panda actually survives, and yeah, I was about 95% in and did the restart, which I showed you guys, and then coincidentally, while I was showing you guys, Norton was doing a restart with some weird pop-up text there, and yeah, so they both are taking a permanent nap. So Bitdefender is the sole survivor. So good job by Bitdefender. So we have like no startup items according to Task Manager. We have no malicious processes running according to Process Explorer. None of the third-party vendors except ESET found a malware on the desktop, but none of them found malware anywhere else on the machine. So it seems like the machine is clean, and that's great results from Bitdefender. So I know Hobbitman is going to go nuts for this one. But yeah, so good results from Bitdefender. I'll be working on some other tests. You guys have requested some tests. There are some of them which I'm still waiting for trials for the business ones. But for the home ones, I'll look at your requests. I'll see which ones I'm going to do next. And yeah, but thanks again, guys, for all the support and checking the videos and liking them. I do really, really appreciate it. I do enjoy making these videos in my spare time. And yeah, but until the next test, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thanks again for watching.